Yep. Got a beautiful morning here at Cooper Brook Falls lean-to. It's Monday, August 9th. It's about 11:15 in the morning. I'm taking a Trail Zero, smack dab in the center of the 100-mile wilderness. Got 54.8 miles to go to get to Monson. If you may notice, yesterday I mentioned that I fell pretty good. I bashed both of my knees, my right shin, and I twisted my ankle. Well, I twisted my ankle a lot worse than I thought I did. I woke up this morning, I put an ace wrap on it. Shuffle forward on my mattress here, get into some sunlight. But yeah, you can probably see that even with the ace wrap on, my right foot is really swollen. So it looks terrible underneath there. It looks really bad under there. So this lovely creek here in front of me, I'm going to be soaking my foot in several times over the day. I'm taking some ibuprofen that I've got, well, Excedrin, which has Tylenol and ibuprofen in it. Just gonna be taking my time today. Putting my feet up as much as I can on top of my pack. Obviously right now I'm by myself in the shelter. Last night there was just two gentlemen that were here last night. There's plenty of tenting around here, and a great little spot. And of course, you know, the scenery right out front, you've seen. It just really doesn't get any better. And over there, we got some falls. And so, there. Zoom in on that. Anyway, so that adds to the ambiance around here. So I'm gonna hang out for a little while. Like I said, I'm gonna dunk my feet in the water. There's some brook trout down here, which is pretty cool. It's good seeing the actual fish. They've been jumping in this deep pool out here. A couple birds chirping, not too many. But I'm just going to be going over my plans for the next couple days. Like I said, I got 54.8 miles to get to Monson, and they are arguably the gnarliest section of the 100-mile wilderness. It's about 13 miles or 12 miles from now, I start the really gnarly climb up to Whitecap Mountain, the first of the biggins. So gotta do some research, see about what my pace has to be, because 12 miles a day, 13 miles a day I can do, I think. I'm giving myself a day to heal here and relax and rest up. So got some thinking to do, got some planning to do, but I'll be back here in a bit. So when I am, I'll probably have something at least interesting to say, if nothing else. So I'll be back. Kingfisher just showed up. Flew out, he's just right up there. You can probably see his tail bobbing. He just decided to hang out right there and see what he can see right above the creek right there. Obviously, like I said, I've seen a bunch of little trout in there this morning. It's probably a couple fall fish or suckers for him to eat on, but it's kind of cool stuff you get when you just sit around and watch what nature has to offer. He's just gonna do his thing. There he is again. I'll get lucky and see him dive to get something. That'd be pretty cool. He jumped down to another branch. He's real close to the water now. He might have something he wants to eat. I was just looking around. Nope, flew off. plain to see that I'm still here. It's reached mid-afternoon. I've been soaking my very painful foot several times a day. Got little fish down here that are biting my toes. Can't tell what they are. There's a couple of them. They're right around my feet. Picking at the skin and whatnot. Gross. Anyway, so yeah, I've had a lot of time to think today. I haven't been doing much else. Just enjoying myself, taking a zero. The first time I've taken a zero in the woods, and it's actually kind of cool. I gotta admit, it's definitely cool in its own way. I actually got a guy who just showed up at camp a little while ago. His name's Butters. I actually met him when I was staying at the AT Lodge up in Millinocket a few days ago. He is doing a strict sobo. And he's actually going to be doing the better part of the ECT, which is the Eastern Continental Trail, which actually starts up in Canada, but goes south through, does the AT, does the Pinhoti Trail, bounces down through, I guess it's called the Alabama Road Walk, which is a couple hundred miles on a road, and then finishes up with the Florida Trail, and like 1,100 miles in Florida. So that's pretty cool. I might do the Florida Trail after this, who knows. But that's all going to be happening towards the end of the year, maybe the start of next year. Another thing that's not going to be happening until next year, I've come to the decision, is my summit of Katahdin. You know, it's just at this point, it's not possible for me to actually do the next 1,400 miles and summit, including travel time and plans and reservations and everything else like that, before October 22nd. And yeah, the trail does reopen around the beginning of December, according to the ranger I was speaking with, Erin, I believe her name was. You know, once they get enough snow and stuff up here. But climbing that absolute beast of a mountain in the winter requires skill, requires experience. It requires specialized gear. Like I would have to be wearing crampons. I would have to be proficient with ice axes, because apparently it's an absolute nightmare to climb in the winter. So since they close it after that season, that winter hiking season, and they don't open the trail again, or Mount Katahdin or Baxter State Park again until at the earliest May of next year, I'm going to be summiting in May. So my plan is I'm going to be doing, heading down there. I'm going to go to Trail Days in Damascus next year, because that's where my original family is actually going to meet up. And I've wanted to go for a few years just to see what it was like, but it just seems like an adventure to me. And after I do Trail Days, at that point, I'm going to drive back home to Northern Virginia. Then I'm going to drive north. I'm gonna, pick up Dad and probably Mom on the way north. Maybe one or two of my buddies if they feel like going up to Katahdin with me. I'm gonna drive up to Maine, and I'm gonna summit next May. Maybe the middle to late May. I'm gonna finish the other, 2,188 miles this year. 2,187.x number of miles this year. I'm going to finish my through hike in 2021. According to the Appalachian Trail Conference, I'm going to be a 2,000 miler. I'm going to be a through hiker. So the fact that I'm missing 5.2 or 5.3 miles at the end, that's just going to be another adventure for me. Because I'm sorry, climbing Katahdin, even when you're not doing anything else, I'm sure that's an experience. That is something to be proud of, just on an ordinary day. And it's definitely going to be the cap of an adventure. And it will be the end of this chapter of my hiking, obviously, even though it's going to be next year. So I'm going to finish the next 1,400 miles going south to Daleville. Then I'm going to go home, take care of my stuff. Depending on when Butters gets down there, I may do the Florida Trail with Butters. That kind of appeals to me. I like the thought of that. So, yeah, I'm feeling great. I have no regrets whatsoever about any part of my adventure that I've had so far. None whatsoever. I have grown as a person. I've experienced more in the last couple months than I have in absolutely years. I dare say the last decade. Um, because this is just an absolute adventure. And, you know, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. There's a difference between being a through hiker and being a thorough hiker, and I am going to be a thorough hiker. Going to appreciate every stop I make on this trail. I'm going to appreciate every mile, every peak, every view, because that's what I love. That's what I want to do. That's why I'm out here, you know. That's why I'm out here, you know. And yeah, I'm a broken record. I don't care. This is my happy place. This is my adventure. This is what I want to do with my life. At this point in time, I am jealous of no man. There's nowhere else I'd rather be than out here experiencing this. I mean, this. I mean, I'm in the woods of central Maine. I'm experiencing sights, sounds, animals, sensations, you know, streams, waters I could never have dreamed about visiting. I have my feet in a trout stream in the middle of the mountains. I mean, I'm just so happy. So no matter what happens, this is me. This is the joy that I feel. This is the joy I experience, and what I want to be able to convey to you. You know, because I am bringing you along on this journey, this adventure of mine. I hope you like it. I mean, that's all I could say is I really hope you like it, because I love it. It's special. The Appalachian Trail is special. A lot of people hike it. A lot of people have through hiked. But everybody does it their own way. Everybody has their own adventure. Everybody hikes their own hike. So that's about all I have to say for right now. So I'm sure I've rambled on long enough today, and just, you know, this monologue and my morning monologue. I might do, that tickles. So these fish are really tickling me. I might do another little segment before I go to bed. Might introduce Butters, because he's a cool dude on his own. Yeah, I'm glad to be out here, and I'm glad I brought you with me. Thanks again for watching. And if I don't get back to you later this evening, all I gotta say is I'll catch you in the next one.